You know, I never really ever pictured what a Medal of Honor winner is supposed to look like.
I think it's just something he definitely looked out for his friends. Ross went the extra mile for his friends, whether they were high school, whether they were Boy Scouts, whether they were people at McDonald's. He definitely stood by his friends, so this didn't surprise us a bit.
I would think of somebody like a John Wayne character, you know, in the movies, where you know the guy is macho and tough and fears nothing. But of course, that's not anywhere close to what my son Ross is like.
By all accounts, Ross Andrew McGinnis was just an ordinary kid. He grew up in a small town in northern Pennsylvania. He didn't stand out in school as an academic or an athlete.
Ross was, he was described as a 100% guy or a 0% guy. He was kind of all or nothing.
Tests, it wasn't his gig. But boy, if he could talk about it, could debate about it, that was him. That was Ross.
He never did any more or any less than a lot of the other kids I've had in class. Although, yeah, he was charming in his little way.
McGinnis joined the Army on June 8, 2005 after graduating high school. He excelled at the hands-on instruction and rigid discipline. Everyone took notice of the new Ross McGinnis when he returned home to his sleepy town after completing basic training at Fort Benning, Georgia.
He hadn't grown any physically, but he had definitely grown in other ways. He was more organized, he was more disciplined, he was quieter. He wasn't quite the same party animal that he was when he left.
I actually felt relieved. Ross had some problems through high school, and I knew with the Army that he would get the discipline he needed.
When he came home on leave and he was around civilians, he felt uneasy because other people seemed to be sloppy and lazy as compared to what it was like in the military. So he definitely was different and thought differently when he after he'd been gone through the training.
Private First Class McGinnis was assigned to Schweinfurt, Germany. His charm and humor endeared him to the soldiers he served with.
There were certain soldiers that did stand out, and PFC McGinnis was definitely one of those soldiers. He had a comical personality, made a lot of jokes, and was very humorous amongst his platoon.
He was outgoing, had great characteristics, very funny. It was the life of the party, basically.
He was in a small number of soldiers that could keep up with me on a long run. So I remember many Monday mornings in Germany where we would just get out and run 5 or 6 miles, and he was with my group, keeping pace, and very impressed by that.
McGinnis's unit deployed to Iraq in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom in July 2006. In the 6 months he spent there, he saw more of life than many of us will ever see in a lifetime. He faced it the same way he always did, head on and with a smile.
I don't think he'd want a lot of big fuss and fanfare about doing his job. I might be wrong, but I really believe that, you know, to Ross, that's what he wanted to be, a soldier.
He was just an ordinary person. When it came time, he did the right thing.
It's just amazing the way things have worked out. He came through when it was necessary.